friends, welcome to my channel. This is the best place for those who have interest in business and wealth creation. If this is the first time seeing me, hi, I'm Catherine. And if I don't subscribe, I know my looks has changed today. Well, I don't know how to do makeup, but today someone has blessed me with makeup, so I have to come here and show it. Well, I'm not actually to show it, but we are doing a video, and since the makeup has already been done today, I'm like, let me do a video. And so today we are going, you see me holding my phone because I would have to be using my phone. So it's going to be more or less like a story time. It's going to be a business advice on the business I started. I started some years back. That's the mistakes I made, the losses, and the success. And so the mistakes I made in my business is what we are going to be talking about. So I want us to look at the mistakes first before we'll go to the story, the gist. So the first mistake I did, so I'm going to mention this randomly. The first mistake I made was that I gave my things out on credit. I gave my products out on credit, which really cost me a lot. So when we get to the story, I'll let you know how it cost me. The second thing is that I had no mission, I had no business vision, I had no business mission. Sad, right? But I didn't have any. So I didn't have the why I was doing the business, the who I was selling to, the how I was going to sell it. No, I didn't have those things. I was just selling. So just it's like you see someone swimming, though you have no knowledge on swimming, and you're like, I feel like I can swim, so let me jump into it. Then after you jump, then you realize that it was a great mistake. That was like close to what happened to me. And the other thing is, I had zero knowledge on social media. I didn't even know there was something called Instagram. I know of Facebook too. When you finish, when you're done with SHS, you go. So after, I think it was before I went to SHS that I joined Facebook. So with Facebook, I had a little knowledge on it, on the friendship part. I didn't know the business part of Facebook. So, and Instagram, I didn't even know there was something like Instagram till I think few days after I started my business. So I just decided to jump in. It wasn't easy. And the other mistake I made was that I had no target market. So I didn't have anyone I was targeting, that these are the particular people with this age group, with this gender, that's from this location or something that I was going to sell to. No, I didn't have that. I think when I talk about the location, I knew I was selling to people in Accra, and that was actually because I was in Accra, not because I had it in mind that, okay, let me sell in Accra, or maybe I planned that I'm selling it in Accra. I just sold it in Accra because I was in Accra. You know, that kind of, I sold it in Accra because I was in Accra. Yes, but that was it. And the fifth mistake I made was that I was producing in large quantity. Imagine someone with no target market, someone with zero social media knowledge on business, someone with no vision, no mission, producing in large scale. For who to buy? For who to buy? I said, you don't know, and I didn't know anyone in Accra. That I might say, since I had none of these, maybe I had some few friends in Accra that I could probably sell to, or I know some people, or I had some church members, or I had some community or some groups that I could sell to. No, and I wasn't even part of any Facebook groups or any Telegram channel. No, I wasn't part of any of them, and I was producing a large quantity. I was producing. See, I'm talking and pausing because when I remember how much these things cost me. I don't pray anyone goes through this. I don't pray at all. And the last mistake I did was that I was so bad at pricing. Very, very bad at pricing. So the way I did my pricing, I did my pricing this way. So my 370 grams jar, I felt that, yeah, when I say I felt, I really felt it was a feeling. I priced based on feelings, not based on all the calculations I will make before pricing it. No, I didn't do any calculations. I just felt, okay, the 370 grams is a bit small, so let me sell it for 7 cedis. And I really sold it for 7 cedis. Instead of going to follow those who are in the same business with me, that I could ask them, even if I didn't want to contact them directly with my name, I could have called maybe as a customer to ask this particular thing, how much is it, how much does it cost. And I didn't do that. I didn't even bother. Is it that I didn't bother? I feel I didn't know. I don't know whether I didn't bother or I didn't know, but it's one of them. It's one of them. My voice, I'm actually suffering from cold, so you can see some changes in my voice. Now, I would want us to get into the story. I know this story, a lot of us can relate to it, especially startups. So when I started, that excitement when you're starting a business, especially if it is a product and you want your product to be in every shop, you want your product to be in every corner. So that was what I wanted. So because of that, I gave my things out on credit. That joy when you start a business and you see your senior businesses putting their products on the shelves, and you think that it's an easy thing. You think that it was just the woke up and then the next day their things were on the shelf. That was what I thought. So out of that joy and excitement of my products being on the shelves, I gave it out to some friends. 2 friends actually for a start, and I'm glad I didn't give the product out to a lot of them, but just 2 of them. So with the 2 of them, one a lady, one guy, and the lady took the products. There were a lot. The products were a lot. I once said I produced in large quantity, right? So the products were a lot. I gave it out to the lady, and at the end of the day, the lady was in Takrade. No, the lady was in Takwa. Yes, so I gave it out to the lady, and I had half of the money. And I think I should even be grateful that I had half of the money, because with the guy's story, it's a different thing altogether. With the guy, I gave it out to him. He was in Volta region, and I gave it out to him, and I've been calling this guy, I've been texting this guy, and it got to a time that he even blocked me on all social media platforms. I'm even saying all social media. How many social media platforms was I even in? Just 2, WhatsApp and Facebook. So he blocked me on both, and he even blocked me on phone, so I wasn't able to reach out to him. Then I think close to 4 to 5 months, then I used someone's number in calling him, and then he told me that he's very sorry, but his grandmother's funeral came up and he used my money for the funeral. Yes, he used my hard-earned money, my business money, for his grandmother's funeral. Wait, I'm not saying that it's bad to use it's bad to do your grandmother's funeral. No, But it's bad to use someone else's hard-earned money, someone else's business money for funeral. And right now, I know I might not be the only person who has gone through this. Maybe you know someone, or you've also gone through something similar. I want you to let other people know, because it's not really a good feeling, no. If I really had someone who could tell me, or maybe someone who shared this experience that maybe I've watched before, I would have been afraid to even try it. But then I've tried it. I went through it, and I'm here stronger and wiser, and I'm even advising someone not to repeat such mistakes. So although you're starting a business and it's fun, it's good, but be coming down. Just be coming down. Don't be overexcited, because it's a serious thing when you want your products to be everywhere. It takes a lot of work. So just be coming down, okay? Be coming down for me. So I made mention of producing in large quantity. I want us to go into that. You know, the large quantity part. If you listen to me, you might think that, okay, this girl Shoki, why should you repeat the same thing for 3 times? I don't know. I'm also wondering if I was okay by then, you know, because I've still not gotten an answer to it. So I produced in large quantity, which I told you I gave out to my friends, and the other large quantity I produced was I made them produce it in large quantity without communicating my mission, my vision to the workers. The reason why it's important, or the reason why I should have communicated those things, I should have drafted those things to communicate to my workers, is that it makes everything easier. They get to know they get to know what you are doing, how you want it to be done, the people you are serving, and how you want them to be served. With that, it gives you consistency. But since I didn't communicate it to them, I wasn't having a consistent color. When it comes to food, or if it is food, you are supposed to get a consistent taste, or a consistent color, or a consistent pattern that you're using in producing. So mine too was food, so definitely I'm supposed to get a consistent taste and consistent color. But I wasn't getting that consistent color, and I wasn't really bothered about it, because I didn't get any customer who could be honest with me and then tell me that in Accra we don't really like this, because the one I was producing, it was produced from the Upper East region. That is where I am from. So it was produced in the Upper East region, and at first my grandmother was producing it, so it was perfect. But when it became large that we had to bring in workers, I didn't communicate anything to them. And luckily on my path, my grandmother actually guessed, and the guess was right. So though I didn't communicate any mission, any vision to her, but at least it was right. But when we brought in people, I had little issues with that, because I couldn't communicate everything to them, and then it was a big problem. So the color was different from the one my grandmother was producing, and when it got to Accra, some people weren't really very honest with me, so they didn't tell me we don't like this. So I suffered before someone was finally bold enough to tell me that, nah, we don't like it this way, you have to do it this way. Then I started producing, and I produced in large quantity again without even communicating to my workers that I want it to be in this particular pattern, or this particular color. No, I didn't communicate consistency with them. So I asked for a large production again for the 3rd time. Yeah, I really did that. For the 3rd time, a large production again, and it cost me another problem again, because I didn't know how to use social media, so I didn't know how to sell on social media, and I was just posting, following anyone I see. I didn't have any reason for following. I was just following because you follow me back, and I think maybe that could have helped my business. But no, on social media, especially on Instagram, it's a different game altogether. Some people are not even getting followers, but their DMs are so massive. They are making millions in their DMs. I'm not even kidding. I've seen some before. So you don't really need much likes and plenty followers on social media before you make money or you make sales on social media. But that was what I thought. I didn't learn any tricks. I was just following and I was posting. I didn't even know what content was. I didn't know the importance of content. I didn't know how to diversify when it comes to content. I knew nothing. And that is why I will advise everyone who is starting a business or anyone who is already in business but you feel you are not making sales to learn how to pay for paid programs. Is very important, because if you don't get someone who can teach you what they know for free, then you have to pay. You have to pay, because I paid for a program. Then I was enlightened on social media and I was like, wow, people are sitting on millions. You don't really need much followers, you don't really need much likes before you can make money, before you can sell. Right now, even if you go on my social media page, my business page, DBest Foods, I'll put it out there, you might think that, wow, this lady is not making sales, but hey, I am making sales. You don't really need much followers, you don't need much engagement. In fact, let me be honest with you, with my journey in business, I know that the people who are really buying from you are not liking your post, they are not commenting on your post, they are just coming straight to your DMs, like they don't want stress. But you see those asking how much, about 20% of them are buying. But that doesn't mean that when someone asks you how much, you don't reply. No, you have to reply, because the person might be part of that 20% who would buy from you. Now let's get to the pricing mistake I made. I want us to talk about that one too. With the pricing mistake I made, I think that the solution I would what I would recommend for someone is that when you're starting a business, nowadays there's nothing like a new idea, there's nothing like a new business. There might be, I might be wrong, but like everyone is doing what everyone is doing, you know. It's just that you might decide to change some few things, or you might decide to be the real you, and then someone will like you for who you are, or your taste might be the same as someone's taste, so the person will definitely buy from you. But aside that, there are already people in business, so you can chat them, you can talk to them, you can call them. Trust me, when I was having a problem with delivery, I didn't really know much about delivery, and I chat someone and the person replied me perfectly. I was so afraid that when I chat, since the person is a competitor, the person might not reply. But you know, I was just deceiving myself. When I texted, she replied me, and she even gave me numbers that I could call, and then I dealt with that delivery thing. So please call people who are already in business with you, people you followed before, people you are learning from. Call them, let them teach you how to price well. In my other videos, I was saying that that's how to start a business. I was telling you that if you are not good at pricing, please get someone who can help you with the pricing, because it will cost you a lot if your pricing is wrong. It really did me bad. Bad pricing really did me bad, because if I knew what I know today, or if I knew what I know today about pricing, no, I should have made some money. I should have made a lot than what I'm making. Okay, so try and then get someone, talk to the person. Don't deceive yourself that the person wouldn't listen to you. No, don't talk to the person will reply you. And even if the person doesn't reply you, you can pay for courses. Trust me, you have to invest in yourself if you want to make your business grow. It's like you are investing financially, or you are coming on YouTube to get free knowledge, though you use a bit of your bundle, but it doesn't matter. Or you are learning from your mentor, someone you can walk to. You have to be learning from someone. You have to learn from somewhere. And we use meat to catch meat. Am I getting this thing right? Is it that we use meat to catch meat? Please put it in the comment section for me. So if we use money to make money. I think that's right. We use money to make money. So if you want to increase sales, if you want your business to grow, then you should invest in knowledge. You should invest in some tricks. You should invest in some tips, like some you should invest in a lot of things. Okay, not necessarily money, but you can get free courses on Google. You can get free courses on YouTube. This is a free thing, you know, that I'm giving you. It's free. So please don't be greedy. Tag someone, let the person come and watch. Also, I wanted to talk about the part I gave things out on credit. I wouldn't advise anyone to give things out on credit, especially if you're starting. You don't have any lawyer. You can't afford a lawyer when you're starting a business, or when you are a small business owner. Though sometimes it's advisable to get a lawyer. I think there are some lawyers that are made for startups, so you can at least give them some small thing. But if you can't afford, like me, then you shouldn't give your product out for free, or you shouldn't give anything now, whether you a product or a service. Do not give it out for free, because when the person doesn't return the money, or the person doesn't make any sale to give you back the money, then you are as good as dead. Your business is as good as dead, because it will affect you. When you're a small business owner, every single coin matters. With mine, I lost everything. When they didn't give me the money, I had nothing until I got funding again. And you might not be lucky to get funding like the way I got funding. You see? So please do not give your product out for free. You can even, at least, you can tell the person that send me the money. When it gets to the amount you're supposed to pay for my product or for my service, then I'll send the product to you. So if the person starts paying, then you know that the person is serious. Let me tell you one secret. People do not like their monies to be with others. Trust me, even if it is 1 Ghana cedis, the person will feel like there's something missing. So if the person is able to give you even 20% of what the person is supposed to give, then it will be something, it will be like a bell ringing in the person's mind that, hey, I have to pay this girl to take my product, or if not my money, my money, So let the person show some dedication. The person will kill his or herself to sell the product. When the person gets the product, the person will kill his or herself to sell the product, because his money too is also at stake. But if it is you, the business owner's money, which is at stake, the person will not bother to sell. If it was his money, he would have done everything possible to sell, so that he could buy again and then make some profit before he could bury his grandmother. I don't want the grandmother part to be like though it, but at least we have to talk about it, because that was the reply he gave me. I don't know his grandmother, I don't know any of his family members, but that is that. He gave me that excuse, so I'm also using that excuse. Hey, you used my money for your grandmother's funeral. You see, among all the mistakes I made, though they all cost me a lot, but giving out your product on credit, that part is something that I will never ever forget. No matter what, I will never give my product out for free. The guy's reply just put something in my mind that anytime someone is taking my product for free, like someone is taking my product out on credit, it just comes to me like, no, girl, you have to learn from what the guy told you. Never give out your product for free. Even if it is with me and no one buys, I can use my peanut butter for granola stew. I can use my peanut butter for granola stew. I can use it to take bread. But if you give it out to someone, the person will also pay you, and the person will chop it. The person will eat it. Right. And the last part is when I couldn't communicate my mission and my vision with my workers. It cost me, because I couldn't tell them. They didn't know what I want. I didn't also and whenever they make a mistake, I can't really stand on that mistake to punish them. When I say punish, not like a serious punishment, but maybe something small to deduct from the pay. No, it's like a punishment, right? But I couldn't really do any of those things because it was my fault. I didn't communicate it to them. So I advise that when you're starting a business, or when you're already in a business, you communicate everything to your workers. When you employ someone, tell the person that, look, this is what we do here. This is what you're supposed to do. This is what you're supposed to do. This is what you're not supposed to do. This is how I want things to be done. So if the person can do it, fine. If the person cannot do it, train the person. With mine, I had to train the people. I had to give them a particular time. I had to give them a production procedure that when you use, I used even, I think, I used close to 50 kg. I know I'm not going into, like, I'm going technical, should I say technical, but bear with me. I used 50 kg for a test. So with that testing, we that it was actually a waste, but it's good because when I realized that I'm supposed to communicate my vision and my mission to them, we had to do that. So we used that 50 kg, then we did timing. We had to check the time, the number of minutes this is supposed to be done, the number of minutes this is supposed to be done. And after that, you have no excuse as a worker to mess up my things. No, you can't give me an excuse, because I've given you a product to do practicals with. So at the end of the day, you can't give me any reason again that, or maybe I forgot this, I forgot that. I will have every right on earth to reduce your salary or to sack you. So when you communicate everything to your workers, you'll be able to sack, you'll be able to reduce salary, you'll be able to suspend the person with a free conscience. And then even if a problem doesn't pop up, everything will go smoothly, because they know that and one thing about communicating your mission and your vision, or communicating what you want to your workers, is that it makes everything easier for you, and it makes even if you are not there, you know that, oh, let me relax. These people know how to do it right. Sometimes there might be problems here and there, but at least it wouldn't be like if you didn't tell them at all. That one, you can't even punish them. Even though you'll be sacking and bringing in people, and then they'll repeat the same mistake. So I advise that even if you are buying things, let's say you sell clothes, and then you go to Togo to buy. The one you go to buy from, you might not necessarily call the person a worker, but let's put that person in that worker position for now, because you are supposed to tell the person that I want this, I want that, I want this, I want that. So if you are not able to come to go to Togo, even if you are not able to go to Togo to buy the stuff, at least you know that the person knows the kind of dresses you buy. The person knows the kind of clients that you sell your dresses to. You see, so it makes things so easier when you communicate what you want to those who are involved in your business. So these are the mistakes I made in my business. They were definitely heartbreaking at first, because I lost almost everything. There wasn't really much hope again, but there are definitely the success parts of my business, and the good part of my business. It wasn't really just this rough. No, at least though there was that rough time, but I've learned something, and I was able to teach you, or I was able to tell you these were the things I went through. But definitely there were good things. I know I made mention of a good part, that the likes and the followers doesn't matter, because I've experienced sales, huge sales, even without much likes. And I said you could even go to my page, you might see it and think that, oh, how is she making sales? But she's really making sales. Well, these are part of the good things. It was just one of the good things that is happening to me now in my business, or that has been happening to me now in my business. So if you want to know the good parts of my business, you can as well let me know in the comment section. And if you want anything to be discussed too here, you can let me know in the comment section, and I'll be more than happy to give you a full video on it. So this is the end of today's video. Our background got changed because this is a story time, not a classroom. So today I'm a bit relaxed and pouring out all the gist, and there is more gist for you. So please let me know if you have more. If you have any contributions. As I earlier on said, it's very important to me, because I wouldn't just want to be coming up with ideas, things I feel you might like, but I want you to give me what you want me. I want you to give me what you want me to discuss, so that it will benefit us individually. So that is all for today, and can you hear the airplane? This is what I've been going through, but I always cut it out. But today I feel that it's not really a classroom. Today is like a story time. So let me let it. Did you hear the sound? I wouldn't edit it. I wouldn't edit it. So that is that. This is the stress I go through. This is the hassle I go through when I'm recording videos. This is the plane will come and pass. Will come and pass. I have to pause. It will come and pass and go. I have to pause. But today, we ain't stopping. I know definitely will come and pass again, but we are not stopping. So that is that. I love you guys so much. I'm so grateful that the subscribers keep increasing and the views keeps increasing. I really appreciate, and I want us to hit our target by the end of this year. Bye. See you in the next video.